Live from the Export Beer Garden studio and brought to you by Export Ultra, the beer for here. This is the Agenda podcast for Friday, the 12th of July.
The Agenda podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Morning, Lane. Happy Friday.
Oh, God. Thank God. It seems like a really long week. Is that because we just got bent out of shape in Dunedin and it's been struggling through?
That's exactly why.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're sitting in what I've just become aware of looks like a alcohol warehouse. There is White Claw, there's Export Ultras, there's Red Bulls.
Yeah.
Getting out of control. Money. Refill the fridge. Anyway, just before we came on air, we were talking in the studio about a story that you hadn't seen. I asked you if you knew anything about the mobile phone kiosk story.
No.
And I'd like to create a new segment here. This is going to be called the Naughty Boy of the Week. And this week, the inaugural Naughty Boy of the Week is the man that works at the mobile kiosk in Sylvia Park because a woman took her phone there to get...
Oh, yes, I have seen remnants of this.
To get her phone camera fixed.
And so these, like in the malls, for me, they always look super dodgy. They've got all the phone covers.
Yes.
They've got all like screen repairs from $20.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And they maybe cut keys and do dog tags and stuff.
The whole main street of Timaru is filled with these kind of shops as well now.
Yeah.
And you walk in, and even these kiosks, you're like, if you sold everything in here right now, is that still enough to keep the lights on for another month? Is it free to run those kiosks?
It kind of stinks of money laundering, but carry on.
It does, yeah. Anyway, so she takes her phone in to get the camera fixed. She hands it over. They fix the camera. When they hand it back, at the top of her screen, it has a airdrop failed notification to her, and the airdrop that had failed when she clicked into it was a nude that she had taken.
Oh.
So this guy has tried to take her nude and airdrop it to his phone at the kiosk. Oh. She said the nude was from years ago, so he would have had to scroll back and go and find it. It wasn't like he took a photo and then it was the next photo in the thing. He would have had to scroll back to find it. So he was looking for it.
Like, he's a bad man.
Yeah.
He's a bad man, but who's handing a phone over that has all your photos on it? I don't know. Anyway.
Everyone that's ever handed a phone over?
I wouldn't do it.
You delete all your photos?
Pretty much. I'd put them pretty much. Half of the photos would send me to jail. Like, I'm putting it all on Dropbox and then wiping it and then go, hey, can you fix my phone?
Right. He wasn't doing anything illegal though.
Or I'm getting a new phone.
So she took it in, she handed it back. She turned around and confronted him and his manager. He said that he was just checking to see if the camera worked and he accidentally swiped and that's how it happened. Bullshit.
Accidentally swiped up on a photo from 2 years ago.
Because the other thing is you can't leave airdrop on. You have to go and switch it on manually. Every time you want to airdrop something, you have to go into your settings and change it. You don't no one's ever accidentally airdropped anyone anything.
And so what happened then?
Then she confronts him, goes, you've done this. The manager's like, no, we haven't. It's a big kerfuffle. Then, all of a sudden, the guy passes out onto the floor.
This is the best way to get out of anything.
Yeah.
Is to just roll your eyes to the back of your head and hit the floor and play possum.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he did. And so at that point, it's like, well, he'd completely snookered it. Because, like, now what can you do? The guy's allegedly unconscious on the floor.
He's pulled the possum card.
Yeah.
Outrageous. In the middle of the shopping mall, he's played possum.
Should Golriz have done this when she got caught?
Yeah, just drop to the floor and not move.
And just possum.
Yeah, and just...
I think this is going to be my new move if I ever get caught out for doing the wrong thing, you know?
Just pretend you're having a stroke. And just
like,
go...
Have you ever sent an email to the wrong person or a text to the wrong person?
Yeah.
I've sent a couple of howlers. I think I've told one of these on the podcast before where there was a part-timer. I was in charge of the part-time casual staff at Hodaki for a while. And she wasn't getting paid for whatever reason. And I wrote this big long email being like, look, payroll being real dicks about this.
Oh, no, you sent it to payroll.
But don't worry about it. I'll get you paid. I'll figure something out. If I have to put a fake name or like put the hours through as me and then I'll pay you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, send it straight to payroll. Beauty. Unrelated to that, that was the same time where I got sent up to HR for a completely separate incident. And I was like, this is definitely because of the payroll thing. It wasn't. What I should have done, though, in that situation is just possumed.
Yeah. Like, drop off your chair. You got to just, like...
Because payroll came down and we're like, did you mean to send us that email? And I should have been like...
That's exactly... But you got to follow through. If you got to roll the eyes, you got to go to the floor and you have to stay there for at least an hour
until they leave.
And I'm sorry, an ambulance is going to have to come.
Yeah, well, or they leave and then I can get back up and be like, Jesus Christ, they almost got me there.
That was close.
Because the other time, like when I got taken up to HR, was because every day for about 3 years I'd signed for every piece of mail that came in with a dick and balls.
Yeah, classic.
Taken to HR for that. And when they told me what it was, I said, oh, look, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done it. And I put my hands up like this, and somebody had drawn dick and balls on the back of my hand.
Yeah, Kate Britton had
that morning.
Back, yeah.
So I was like trying to apologize and be like, look, I'll stop. Meanwhile, I had it. What I should have done is just, I'm sorry, I don't even, and then just stayed down in the windowless room.
He's done. The thing is, I know exactly the kiosk you're talking about at Sylvia Park and like any mall. It's quite a high desk as well because they've got the cabinets and everything.
Yeah.
So he would have just gone and it fallen down into the like booth. Yeah. So she wouldn't be able to get over there and go, is he okay? Is he okay? And he would have been going, whoa.
She wasn't asking if he was okay. Because this whole thing got posted onto TikTok and you can see it. You can still see him down there. And actually there's footage of him getting back up again. And he's still doing the like slow blinking like, whoa, what happened, bro? Oh, where am I? You know where you are. You know what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
So a formal complaint's been laid against that person and he's dead to rights, really, isn't he?
He's got nowhere to go.
Yeah, I know he's tried to get away with it, but people will think twice now when they hand their phone over, like you say.
Oh, that is going to become more famous than the disabled toilets in Christchurch Airport.
That
mobile kiosk in Sylvia Park.
Well, the other thing is for every rat you see, you know, how many are there that you don't see?
Oh, my God.
How many times has he gotten away with that? You know, how many times has he airdropped his photos to himself?
His wank bank is going to be extensive.
Overflowing. So then apparently the manager went and looked through his phone and said couldn't find that picture, which obviously he couldn't because the airdrop failed. But what did he find?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that was.
I love the manager. His manager's scrambling there, isn't he? He's like he's seeing his whole business flash before his eyes because this dirty bastard was getting off on someone else's phone. So that's why he's tried to jump on the grenade. Meanwhile, the guy literally did fall over and jump on the grenade.
That's my new move. I'm going possum whenever I get caught doing anything wrong, which, you know, isn't too often. It's like, geez, what are you looking at on your screen there at work?
Are you betting on the dogs in work hours?
Oh my God. Because up until now it had been the mental health card.
Oh yeah, you play the MHC.
Yeah.
You can only play the MHC once though, but you can pass out multiple times.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't play. I played the MHC with the Matt and Jerry show after they tried to lay a BSA complaint after I said that Jason Hoyt and Mike Minogue and Chris Key woke up in Caxton Street with condoms hanging out their asses. and they said, we're taking you to the BSA. And I was on their radio show, so they were taking their own breakfast show to the BSA.
They're taking themselves in.
And I had to pull the MHC.
Really?
And I said, I'm pulling my mental health card, guys. I've copped a lot of flack. And they're like, God damn it.
So you've burned it.
Yeah, and I said I threatened to play it.
Right.
Yeah, so don't make me play the mental health card. And they were like, God damn it, he's snookered us. We can't go to the BSA.
Yeah. Well, they should have pressed you on that to try and draw it out, like in Euchre, when you try and draw the big cards out. Try and draw out the MHC.
Try and draw out the bow and the Joker.
Yeah.
You know, so I've still got it, but you can pass out whenever you want.
Yeah. I mean, often people that are prone to passing out, you know, they will pass out regularly. So have you just gone to the pub and had 6 beers and come back after lunch on a Friday afternoon? That one probably won't stand.
That won't work because he's so pissed he's coming out.
Yeah, that's right.
It needs to be at like a 9 to 10 in the morning where there's no chance.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happened to me after the Radio and Podcast Awards. Obviously, I passed out on the chair here.
Oh, yeah.
I was having a serious medical event. and
I was watching it at a pub in Bali on the
yes,
live
correct.
stream.
And then someone live streamed me having a medical event. Anyway.
Powerful stuff. All right, let's take a quick ad break. When we come back, we're going to dive into all of the changes that Razor has made in his second All Black
A
team.
raft of changes.
All right, just yesterday after we walked out of the studio, Razor named his team, and we're going to go through all of the changes to that team right now. Finlay Christie's in, and Sneakers Ratuma will be on the bench.
Great. I can't wait to see Sneakers. And I actually tried to put a bet on him anytime try scorer, but he's not an option, Sneakers, because I reckon Sneakers will get a good 20 minutes at the end. And he is a great support player, Cortez Ratuma.
Yeah.
So hopefully that option comes up. We'll talk to Carl and the TAB about it later on in the sports book. But yeah, I don't know. It's a good safe start from Razor. I think everyone thinks he's going to come in and make all these wild changes, and he's just easing everyone's anxieties around like, hey, I'm not a complete and utter lunatic. I may look like it.
Well, he may sound like it.
Yeah, but I may sound and look like a bit of a lunatic, but I'm not.
No.
I've got a plan here. This team is a good team. If they click this weekend, they'll beat them both 13 plus.
Yeah.
And I agree with him.
I
agree with
what
him.
he's saying. This is what we were saying earlier this week as well. We were like, we looked a little clunky. They looked as good as they could.
Yeah.
And we won by 1 point. Arguably, we should have lost by about 6 because Marcus Smith missed every single kick. So we may have gotten lucky there. But I agree with you. And I do like the idea of the coach coming out and being like, look, I named this team because this is the team I want. I think these are the best 15 rugby players we got in the country.
Yeah.
I'm not going to turn around and change it just because, this happened or that happened. This is still the best. And if you get picked in this team, it's your jersey to lose. Seems to be what he's trying to build.
Yeah, and I think he will get what he wants from the players that he's reselected. The likes of Papali'i Don't Preach and the Human Skewer and Samapenny Finau, who had quite quiet games in Dunedin. I think they will return the favour in Eden Park.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see Samapenny skewer some English players.
Well, he needs to take Marcus Smith out.
Oh, he will.
Didn't do it last week.
He will. Don't you worry. He loves sneaking around the blind side of those rucks and absolutely smoking CNX Tuesdays.
Like he did to TJ in the final.
And unfairly sent off.
Was it the final?
No, it was the semi.
Yeah, but the thing was, he hit the line. He tries to time it with a 10-metre run-up to smoke the halfback if they're going for a box kick.
Yeah.
And I thought he got that run right, but he did get sent off for his efforts. But it is hilarious when it happens. We just need to see it.
Yeah.
He always picks the smallest person on the other team as well.
That's important.
But also the selections, it's good to see that he's sticking with guys like Sevu Reece, probably not one of the best two wingers in Super Rugby this year. I think it's hard to say because his team sucked.
Yeah, Sevu Reece was the best player in the Crusaders team by a long way. And I think he deserves to be there. Mark Talia back on home at home turf. I still think they played pretty well in Dunedin. They were the pick of the team, I reckon.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
So they deserve to be reselected. But it's hard to discuss a new team when only one change was made due to injury.
Yeah, I was predicting a raft of changes. I thought for sure Bowden Barrett would be in to start.
Well, maybe the changes will come for the Fijian test in San Diego next weekend.
Definitely. But that's not out of necessity. That's just because they'll throw them around a bit. And that's over in San Diego?
Yes.
And the Sail GP's over there as well?
Oh, it's the same weekend?
A few days apart.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, it would be good. We've sadly not been invited to either.
I don't want to talk about it.
In fact, we've been asked not to go.
Yeah, obviously after our Christchurch effort. I mean, we thought we hit it out of the park down in Christchurch, but I think we may have drunk too much piss and not enough sailing content.
Yeah.
They've sent Bonnie Jansen, so they're not going to get much better.
I want to threaten the MHC. Yeah, well, that's the thing. We've Trojan horsed it.
Yeah.
By sending dear friend of the show, Bonnie Junkets Jansen, over there on another junket. Sneak a little steady the ship head into her carry-on luggage and grenade the whole thing. But big weekend over there. Hey, speaking of team lists, though, we got sent this one in on the old Sosh Med. The Taieri Seniors are playing in the semi-finals this week against the Dunedin Tigers. Yep. The team lists are on the back of your rundown.
Are they seniors or 85s?
Taieri Seniors versus Dunedin Tigers is what it says to me. And they've named a team. And among the most interesting parts of the team, one is that they've got 11 players on the bench. Their team goes 26 deep. That is very, very interesting. I think I know their hooker, Carl Still. But more interesting than any of that is the number 13. Oh, you've got the team list in front of you.
Yeah.
Who is playing outside centre for the Taieri Seniors?
Senior Smash. His first name Hulk.
Yep.
Second name Smash. He better be massive.
What is going on with this team list, you reckon?
I reckon that's his name. They can't, Craig Kippenberger, that sounds legit. He's on the bench, reserve hooker.
Ryan Burke, Glenn Beadle.
Yeah, Corey Smith, pretty missionary.
Todd Ford.
Yeah, Kurt McLean.
Yeah, Charlie Herricks.
Keegan Smith. They're all pretty missionary. And then at 13, you got old Hulky.
Hulk smash.
Shannon Young. He's got Shannon Young on the inside of him. He's got Ryan Burke on the outside. Glenn Beadle. Beadle's about.
So this is on our Instagram. It's a very confusing layout. I could not figure out.
So confusing. I've never seen a layout that goes across and 5 down.
Yeah.
Like 3 across, 5 down.
I thought it was written in Arabic and it's backwards. You read it right to left. I don't know.
Anyway.
It was very confusing. But yeah, I sort of thought initially this was under 85s as well. I think it may well be. But when I first saw that, if it was under 85s, I was like, that reeks to me of their centre's actually 90 kilos, and so he can't play in the under 85s. So they've just put a placeholder name in.
Hulk Smash.
Yeah, Hulk Smash to figure it out down the track. But the other thing is, it's like they've put this together themselves. Who cares what names you put on there? Why not list a full 15 of
a full
superheroes?
Yeah.
Fuck it. What does it matter? You're not beholden to anyone. What's the discipline for that? Who's going to punish you?
So Wolverine. Wolverine, Iron Man.
Yep, Deadpool's on the wing. You've got, obviously, Hulk Smash is already in there at 13.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Batman.
Gru.
Oh, no,
he's not a superhero, but he's a villain. He's a villain.
Yeah, right.
He's a kind of a superhero, isn't he, Gru? No.
No.
I was thinking of, what's the other
storyline?
What's the other? There's a cartoon.
Groot.
I am Groot. Yeah.
I am Gru. So, yeah, Hulk Smash is going to be turning out for the Taieri Seniors against the Dunedin Tigers. That's this Saturday.
2:45 at Peter Johnstone Park.
Yeah, absolutely. So, powerful team naming. And God bless the Dunedin Tigers, because 11 blokes coming off the bench for that team as well. It's going to be...
Yeah, it's going to be a war of attrition, that one.
An absolute war of nutrition. The TAB hunch for this week, Lane. It is a Friday.
Yeah, I've gone... Look, God bless England. They say it's coming home. It ain't coming home. They're playing Spain on Monday morning at 7 a.m.
Yes.
Every pseudo-expat Englishman has now got a stronger accent and is searching for an English top.
Yeah, I was saying that yesterday down at the old Norma Taps. There's a few of them.
But I think it's going to come to an end against a pretty classy-looking Spanish team who play a different level of footy. They almost play a South American style of footy in Europe. And I'm picking they're going to win 2-0. And that is paying $9.50.
Right.
So
it's the shortest odds that it goes to penalties or extra time.
No, I think the shortest odds is Spain 1-0.
Oh. Okay.
Or Spain to win. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking Spain are going to open them up.
It's not a spike bet. It's not a spike bet.
It's a little bit of a spike bet against the likes of Mash and Matt Heath, who they're suddenly talking a bit like us, go England, cool mate.
Yeah.
And it's like, get out of here.
Yeah, well, Heath was big on the English rugby team. He was all of a sudden from England when we were down there.
Yeah.
But then he was from Dunedin. But he
supports the Blues.
But when I saw him in the corporate box at Eden Park, he was from Sandringham.
Yeah.
So...
when he goes to the Warriors, what's he there? A English-born Highlander fan who mainly supports the Blues from the box at the Warriors.
Yeah, with a glass of red wine that he's about to spill all over my white shoes. The chameleon. But yeah, so I don't mind the odd spike bet.
$9.50.
That's
not bad eating.
I just feel like every one of these games is going overtime. I know the most recent one didn't, but it just feels that way whenever you're watching it, because the tension, it's so much worse to concede a goal than it is to score, better to score a goal. Does that make any fucking sense? It's way worse to concede a goal than it is good to score a goal.
What? I'd rather score a goal.
Well, I know you would, but I'm saying that how these teams are playing.
Oh, yeah.
They would rather not concede a goal than to score a goal themselves.
But I reckon Spain will open them up. They'll open them up.
I hope you're right. I do feel like there needs to be more goals in soccer, and I know you soccer fans are going to hate me for saying that.
Well, saying soccer for a start.
What is with the football fucking soccer thing? Why is no one allowed to use that word? Why does it exist? You know?
Because I think it's America. It's called soccer, is it? I don't know. But they've got American football, we see, so they can't call it football.
I just... Why...
Between you saying Europe's and soccer?
Why has it ever been called soccer if... This is why people can't get into soccer, is because you're like, oh, I like it. I'm looking for a soccer team. Who should I pick? And then the guy that you ask is inevitably like, it's football. You're like, oh, well, fuck you then. You know? So I'm back out again.
There you go. Well, we'd done so well then. I think we'd had a mature conversation about
the round ball.
About the Europes for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then we ended it.
Did you see the big fight in the Americans? You know, they're doing the Americans down there.
Yeah.
What do they call that one? Copacabana?
Copacabanas.
Yeah, the pina coladas.
Yeah.
Did you see there was a massive scrap?
And the players or in the
players went up into the stands. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know who the teams were. I actually think it might have been in the local American comp, was it? Might have been it was in the Copacabanas. And one of the guys, you know, went up into the stands and started throwing bones. It just really kicked off. A lot of passion in there. What would it take for you to go up into the stands, you know?
Well, I knew what Inzamam Haq famously in a kind of a charity game, festival game in Canada, someone was calling him a fat potato on Mutu Alu from the back of the stand, constantly all game, and he was coming off the field with his bat and his pads, and he climbed up into the stand and started clubbing him with his bat.
I think that's play on. I think that is square.
And then the next series he came to New Zealand. I remember me and Paul Ford on the embankment go, Inzamama Motualu. Inzamama Motualu. And you could see him just looking up like,
I think that should be play on. I think one, you should be allowed to go to the cricket and call someone a fat potato.
Yeah.
Subsequently, he should also be allowed to come up and beat your ass with his bat. And I just think that's the way that the world should work, you know?
And then someone put a banner up saying Brian Waddle is a Motu Alu, which was factual.
He would have had no idea.
Nah.
I'd take the risk with Brian Waddle coming up into the stands and beating me with a bat.
Actually, no, they didn't do it in Hindu. They did it in Portuguese. Anyway.
In Canada? In Portuguese?
No, they did it in Mount Maunganui.
Oh.
The great Logan Payne had a big banner in Portuguese saying Waddle is a fat potato.
Why Portuguese?
He just had a Portuguese mate who wrote the banner for him.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
All right, let's take one last break. When we come back, we're going to get into your feedback on Yours Please.
Yours Please. Brought to you by Leader, home of the lasagna topper.
This morning when I checked the inbox, we had about 10 of them, and I would say 3 of them got cut off. People were going too long.
You've only got 30.
You've only got 30 seconds. That's something to be aware of. The other thing is, I suppose people can't listen back to them, can they?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Well, could you? If you're going to send one in? Because some of them are like, it's like you...
Hey, we should be thankful. Don't start putting them off.
No, like I'm grateful. But what I don't want is someone going to the effort to send us one and it's unplayable, which we had about 3 of them this morning.
Okay.
One of them was like, it's like he'd pushed record, then thrown his phone across the room and then been like, hey guys, what do you think about, like, do you think that you could ever do blah, 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 blah? I'd love to address this, but I can't because I can't fucking hear you. So just a little bit of quality control. Have a listen because I don't want them to go unplayed. And so that's a long way of me saying that we've only got 1 today.
Okay. Was there a few questioning the shot clock?
I think this could be it. If it's not, we'll address it afterwards. But this was one of the ones that we could play. Yours, please.
G'day Murray, first time call, long time listener. Yeah, listen, I don't work for Norman Taps, but I was there for the other semi-final this week, and I see they're doing a bottomless situation for the All Blacks on Saturday night. 90 minutes, all you can drink, $59. Not bad for the 8 days. Fuck everywhere south of Auckland. Hooroo.
Jeez, that's a deal.
It is a deal. It is an ad. Are we opening ourselves up to people just sending in voicemails and be like, geez, have you heard about Bunnings' new...
Is that 90 minutes? Whew. I mean, the strength of drinks they serve there.
Yeah.
It's but I
was initially suspicious that this person did work there, but we
Yeah.
know the people that work there. It didn't sound like any of them.
Yeah, I mean, look, once you've gone to the pre-game at the Postman's Leg, perhaps, and you haven't got a ticket, we can bus you into town and you can jump into normal taps.
Oh, that's a good shout, actually.
Maybe do that. But
Coming out to the Postman's League in the first instance.
Yep.
So we had two separate voicemails that came through. One of them I evidently forgot to save onto the little machine there. But they were both addressing the fact that they were like, is the ACC shot clock that we've released, they were like, I thought it was for taking actual shots, like of liquid.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they both were like, that's what I thought when we were listening on the podcast, but then they went and read the press release and they were like, nowhere does it mention alcohol or spirits or anything. So they were like, wait, what is it?
Well, and you can see by the quote, people were taking shots too early, too late, or sometimes taking shots not at all.
Yeah.
So it's alcohol. So our shot clock is alcohol based. It's taking shots.
Yes.
And the shot clock will start every time there is a stoppage in play, like if someone goes down for an injury or a scrum reset, we put the shot clock at 30 seconds.
So, like, if someone got busted trying to airdrop nudes to their own phone and then possumed on the field and they had to stop the clock.
Yeah.
That's a shot clock.
That's a shot clock, and every 30 seconds you take a shot.
Hold on. Every scrum reset, is that a separate shot clock?
Yep.
God, if there's a knock on, you
Yep.
could conceivably be doing 4 or 5 shots within the space of about 2 minutes.
Just trying to uniform the shots, because I was saying people like Lee Hart would come in, especially for cricket.
Yeah.
And he's just doing shots all over the place. The shot clock for him is just whenever he felt like starting or stopping the shot clock. This is just giving it some sort of formality. So you at home can join the shot clock as well. So we'll run the shot clock, get some shot glasses out, maybe a light liquor like a tequila.
Right.
Would be suitable.
What, is that light? You mean in colour?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You don't want a dark spirit. It's just a light spirit.
Yeah, okay.
And then
Not Sambuca.
And once every time, it basically gets over your bugbear of the time wasting.
Yeah.
And every time the ball's not in play, the shot clock's going. So you can watch rugby, but every time it's out of play, you're drinking shots in the shot clock.
I pitched this for netball. So you don't ever see someone get sent off in netball, but it's like, I feel like you should. And then for every shot your opponent hits, you take a shot. So you get binned for 5 minutes, and if they score 10 goals, you got to do 10 shots, then you're allowed to come back on.
Maybe that
It doesn't punish the fans.
Maybe in the men's game, they'll probably be into that.
Why?
I don't know.
Why not the women?
I don't know.
I don't really see the difference.
It's a bit more professional.
What, men are?
No, the women's.
Oh,
Well, by the look of the athletes, anyway.
right. I'm going to steer us away from this conversation here. And the other one that we weren't able to play because of the audio quality was basically along the lines of that they love the shot clock. They were like, I wonder if we could get people to count down the shot clock. I don't think you need to ask them to. They will. They will do it.
Yeah, but only if it gets below 10.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're like, 30.
No, some arsehole will count down from 60.
29. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Like the guy who incessantly tries to get a Mexican wave going, but then can't. There'll be a bit of that. But yeah, I think that's exactly what's going to happen, and it's going to be great. It's going to add a little bit of atmosphere to an otherwise quite dull Eden Park. Is that why we haven't lost at Eden Park for so long? Because it's so fucking quiet, and people are like, "What's going on? Are we actually playing?"
42,000 people.
I thought we were
here.
playing the All Blacks. Why is everyone just sitting here silently?
All Blacks. All Blacks.
Yeah,
All Blacks.
there's a line breaking. You just hear a little bit of "ooh," but there's nothing really.
And a few boomers going, shut up and sit down, mate.
Yeah.
Trying to watch the footy.
So now we're going to have a countdown. It's going to be great. Like if the kick is to win the game and it's counting down, it's going to put people off. I reckon it's going to change the dynamic of goal kickers because some of them really like to dick around. I don't think Damien McKenzie's one of them. I think he was clock goblin a little bit when he got done for that last week.
He was nibbling around the edges.
Yeah, but I think that there are some dudes who take fucking ages and it's going to massively disadvantage them. They're going to get in their heads.
Hey, did we discuss? We didn't discuss. Sorry, go back to the shot clock being on the screen. We didn't discuss the halftime show at Dunedin, did we? The laser show. Can you remember that? Can you remember the laser show on field?
No. Yes, I could because I couldn't see it.
Yeah, because laser shows are either designed to be seen like straight like a TV or from above.
Yes.
We were seated about 10 rows back, and the laser show on field laser show, which admittedly was a silver fern going round and round, and then a Steinlager logo, and then something else, and then it was like a big laser ad. And the only way you
Yes.
could watch it was by watching the big screen.
It was unskippable.
And you may as well have played a video of it.
Why can't we get a band out there?
Also, give everyone what they want. Smoke machines, sandstorm.
Yeah.
People would have gone crazy. See, everyone's like, what the fuck is this?
I find laser shows at their best lame.
It is so 2003.
Yeah.
It's so old. There's such better technology now. Now they've got projection mapping now, where they could have turned those lights out and they could have projection mapped onto the field and done whatever they could have made the field like suck into a hole so it looked like it going down a plug hole. They could have done some cool shit.
It's still a laser show, you know. I don't.
Nah, it's not a. This was a tradition.
lame.
This was a traditional lame ass laser show with actual lasers. Projection mapping is 3D projection mapping.
No, I know what it
looks
is.
Awesome.
It looks.
It's
but
not
then
lasers.
It is.
No, it's not.
You're projecting images onto the field.
It's not a laser.
What is it?
A laser. It's not. It's projection mapping. It is like.
Yeah, it's just some lame image projected onto the field.
But it's not
That's
a laser.
fucking laser.
It's not a laser. A laser is like a laser.
Okay, whatever.
Like a laser beam. Like
I
on
don't
top
know
of a
what
shark's
weird
head.
So light is projected onto the field? Yes? No? No?
Light, yes, but not a laser.
Okay, so
Not
it's fucking
a laser.
show. Okay, it's not a laser. It's fucking lame, is my point. And there's no picture you could project onto the field that I'd be like, oh. And even the kids that were sitting there were like, I don't care about this.
I reckon I can think of a picture you'd be interested in.
No, I'm not going to sit at 65 in front of 65,000 people and look at projected pictures of Sydney Sweeney.
Okay, slow-mo.
When I want to see those photos is when I'm airdropping them from people's phones onto my phone at the kiosk at the mall.
Okay.
I don't want to see them at the stadium. Why can't we just put a band on? You know?
Sandstorm.
Yeah, well, okay.
Fill it with smoke.
Yeah, fill it with smoke and play Sandstorm. I don't know. I just feel like
They can't do it.
we do nothing and then they put on just project some lame thing onto the field. And what am I supposed to do there? Oh, very cool. It's like I just watched 30 guys try and kill each other for an hour, and now you're going to project the silver fern onto the field?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm glad I brought it up.
Yeah. So projection mapping, not lasers in your mind.
Yep.
Awesome.
Only because you could do way cooler shit.
Yeah.
A picture of, like Azrinka serving in slow-mo.
Yeah, but again, I don't even want to see that.
It's
That's
a
lame to
Saberlink.
me too. Take your pick. Cornucopia, the whole lot. It's all lame to me. Anyway, at least they're trying something. It was like when they put the marching band in Eden Park. It was like, why? What book did you read that in?
The drone show was the best, the Chiefs.
Drones are cool.
Yeah.
Drones are cool. I'll give you that. Anyway, do better with the halftime shows. We will be at the Postman's League tomorrow from what time?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. First 200 there, you'll get a wristband. You get a wristy from Loz to get on the bus. And we've got drink specials there. Great drink specials, by the way. Powerful drink specials. And we've got live music. We've got heaps of giveaways. We've got prizes to give away.
Yeah.
Galore, party shirts, beanies.
Laser
you
shows.
name it. Laser shows. We'll do a laser show. Maybe some projection mapping.
Nah.
And then
expensive.
also the commentary, as always, it's on Radio Hodaki as well.
Yeah.
So as well as iHeartradio and on Sky Sport 9.
Brilliant. Well, we will see you then. And if we don't, we'll see you on Monday for another episode of the Agenda Podcast.
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda Podcast, brought to you by Export Ultra. For more episodes, like and follow on iHeartradio or wherever you get your podcasts.